Enhanced interrogation of a Palestinian, which the Shin Bet admitted to on record, was legal to stop an imminent terror threat, the High Court of Justice ruled Wednesday in the most important decision about interrogations and torture allegations in 18 years. Essentially, the court took the state's side on all of the key issues before it, that legal enhanced interrogation, but not torture, had occurred, that the enhanced interrogation was legal because of a valid ticking bomb concern, and that the prosecution could fulfill its duty to investigate with a mere initial review as opposed to a full criminal investigation of the Shin Bet interrogators involved. Be the first to know. Join our Facebook page. Function D S ID var JS FJS equal D get elements tag name S 0 if D get element bead ID return JS equal D createlment S JS.id equal ID, JSSRC equal / connect facebook.net/n_us/all JS number XFBML equal 1 and app ID equal 1634148068997, FJS parent node insert before, JS, FJS, document, script, Facebook JS SDK. The questions before the High Court were of historic importance and could have major impacts on all future cases in this area. The questions included: did Israel's Shin Bet, Israel Security Agency, finally cross the line and torture a suspect under interrogation, and if they did, how would the state go about deciding which methods were torture and whether or not there was some immediate security risk that might potentially justify harsher interrogation methods of some kind? In 1999, the High Court, led by then-President Aharon Barak, declared it illegal for the Shin Bet to use torture in its interrogations without setting clear definitions. The court in 1999 also effectively endorsed the Shin Bet using moderate physical pressure that was less than torture in cases of a ticking bomb, or where there was a chance to uncover and stop an imminent attack. While over the years, the High Court has added individual-specific limits or defined individual interrogation methods which should not be used, broader definitions had never been set and no Shin Bet agent had ever been convicted by any court. Not only that, but after over 1,000 complaints alleging Shin Bet torture since 1999, not a single Shin Bet agent had been criminally investigated or indicted. In fact, most of the time, cases went nowhere because the Shin Bet and the government denied that any harsh interrogation methods, let alone torture, were used. Usually, their word trumped allegations by a terror suspect about how he was treated. Enter Asad Abu Ghosh. What made the Abu Ghosh case unusual, certainly since July 2015, was that the Shin Bet and the government admitted publicly, in the context of a High Court petition, that enhanced interrogation was used, as reported first by the Jerusalem Post. At the time Abu Ghosh was arrested on September 3, 2007 and sent to the Shin Bet in Petah Tikva. He was convicted in a plea bargain in 2009 for manufacturing an explosive device, possessing weapons of war and membership in an illegal organization, and sentenced to 5 years in prison. But the key part of his story is that he was interrogated by the Shin Bet from September 3, 2007 until October 24, 2007, including by methods of enhanced interrogation. During that time, he revealed the location of an explosive vest he had made for other members of his terror cell on Yom Kippur. The Public Committee Against Torture, PCATI, the NGO at the forefront of taking the Shin Bet to court over torture allegations, said that Abu Ghosh received harsh beatings, was placed in the banana position, which painfully pressures the back and other body parts, and was pressured on his fingers. Despite these allegations, while Abu Ghosh's case received a non-public initial review, the state prosecution refused to criminally investigate. PCATI then filed the High Court petition. Top legal officials have told the Post, and state lawyers later confirmed, that the information it received saved lives from an impending terror attack. Standardly, the Shin Bet dismisses most complaints about torture during interrogations as false and motivated by suspects' hatred of their interrogators or by a desire to create an excuse with Palestinian society for why they incriminated other Palestinians. The Shin Bet's public admission to using enhanced interrogation on Abu Ghosh meant these standard defenses are out from the start. Suddenly, the Shin Bet, the state prosecution and the courts had to wrestle with the thorny questions of defining the difference between permitted moderate physical pressure and prohibited torture, and between a real ticking bomb which justifies pressure versus a pre-crime situation that does not, while PCATI succeeded in the past at convincing the High Court to order the relatively new Justice Ministry Unit for overseeing complaints against the Shin Bet to perform a more in-depth review of the Abu Ghosh case, including a re-questioning of an involved Shin Bet interrogators. Ultimately, the High Court supported the state's conclusion that no law was violated. Justice Uri Shoam took the lead in explaining that the court would not second-guess multiple attorney generals who had found the Shin Bet's actions legal.